What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Joseph, and welcome to another episode of Comic Breakdowns here on Fiction Ink Flow. Today, we are looking at Amazing Spider-Man number 51, where actually Spider-Man becomes the Green Goblin. I know that sounds crazy. I don't think he's ever done this before, but let me give you a quick little background of the story thus far. So, what went on is that Peter Parker took the sins out of Norman Osborn, so all the Green Goblin stuff, via this spear that was given to him by Kraven the Hunter. So when he took that part of himself out, he put it into himself so he could kind of hold on to it, and then removed it with this thing called the Winkler device. So a part of that Green Goblin personality still remained within Peter Parker. And Green Goblin found out about this part that remained, and he found a code word to use to unleash that part. So Norman now, or the Green Goblin, has activated that code phrase and has turned Spider-Man into the Spider Goblin. All right, y'all, let's get into it. So we open up with Spider-Man into the Winkler device being tormented and bombarded by Green Goblin, telling him to bring back the spear to bring their sins back into him. And it's transferring over to his old self in the black costume, getting that evil side, as well as his clone, Ben Reilly, who now goes by Chasm, who used that device to try to make himself right, but he lost all his memories as his earlier self and only remembers things currently now. We jump to the Sinister Six talking about plans to kind of get rid of the Green Goblin and saying that his sins have been released and that they're all in danger because he tried to body them the last time he ran into him. And Kraven is actually pretty scared. He's holding the spear. And Vulture is even acknowledging, like, I've never seen Kraven this spooked before. And so they get a phone call, and like, who could it possibly be that's trying to talk to them? And it's none other than the Green Goblin. Otto tries to scare the Green Goblin by saying, like, you know what? We're going to be visiting you pretty soon and you won't like it. And Green Goblin's like, look, I already know your plans, and I know you have something that I want, which is a spear. And so he's like, I sent somebody to come get that for me. And also, you know, after they take it, you all going to die. He's like, I doubt that, and like, see you soon. Like, no, you don't know who it is. It's not me that you got to worry about. I'm like, who is that? And Kraven's like, it's something much worse. Bam! What could it be? We get our first full shot of Peter Parker as Spider Goblin. I'm loving the look with the purple and green going on with the little black in the suit and the different like spider rock glider that kind of is a mix with the Hobbling glider as well as the Spider-Man glider that he made a couple of years ago. Let's see what this dark abomination can do. Doc Ock is completely shocked. He's like, you know, Spider-Man, what did Green Goblin do to you? And Spider-Goblin's like, I'm more interested into what I'm going to do to you. And Ock's like, well, come on in, bring it on. And they get into their fight, and Spider-Goblin shoots this one little thing out of his web shooters that cracks one of the Octobots. So his new arms are made up of individually linked Octobots that kind of work in unison. That one shot kind of breaks up the connective fluid that holds the Octobots together to form the arms, and they completely shatter. And he's like, what did you do? And he was like, now I'm gonna take care of your face. And then he comes with the crazy insult. One piggy down, who's next? This Spider Goblin is ruthless, y'all. I'm scared to see what he's gonna do after this. Next up is Vulture, and he's like, this has been a long time coming, Spider-Man. He was like, no, I've always been kind of going easy on you. I'm not doing that anymore. So Spider-Goblin throws these two metal bracelets that kind of shackle Vulture's arms and then lock his hands together, which means he can't fly now, he can't steer. Vulture crashes into a wall, then he gets shocked by Electro. And so Spider-Goblin's like, you call that an attack? He was like, this is nothing. And he's like, you didn't do nothing to me, you can't take my powers away. And he puts his device on Electro's chest. He was like, yo, I didn't do this to take your powers away, I'm actually amping them up to the highest they can go. Sandman tries to come in for a sneak attack, but with Electro's powers unlocked to their full potential, it kind of superheats him up and turns him into glass. Once again, a dope move by Spider-Goblin. 3 down, 3 more to go. You can even see Electro caught in the glass at the bottom of Sandman. So then the Avengers show up, and Spider-Goblin's like, what, Cap? You got the Avengers here? Like, that's what we do, we assemble. He's like, you know what, you seem to have gotten here kind of fast, and you don't really look right. And I'm checking it too. It's like, this is the old lineup of the Avengers. Something's not cool here. And even Spider-Goblin's looking like, you know what, this lineup seems a little dated. And then Cap like, hold on, and he starts to glitch out. And then Spider-Goblin's like, you know what, you've always been a formidable foe, Mysterio. But, you know, your weakness is, you know, the fact that I'm not an idiot. And so he just launches in with a steel rod and just beats the mess out of Mysterio. I mean, this is the most brutal Parker I've ever seen. Spider-Goblin is a straight up killer. Now Kraven steps in. He's letting Parker know. He was like, look, you're sick with the sins of Osborn. Like, I'm here to relieve you of that. He was like, yeah, right. Like, if you believe that, then I got something to tell you about Santa Claus. Once again, still throwing the jokes in. And so Kraven was like, I am going to take this madness from you. I know what to do. Kraven leaps into battle and goes at it with Spider-Goblin. And like, I will put an end to this now. I will stop all of this. And so he takes the spear and he jabs Spider-Goblin with the spear, telling him to be healed. So the sins theoretically will be drawn from Spider-Goblin and back into the spear. But that's not what's gonna happen, and we all know this. As Kraven stabs the spear into Spider-Goblin, he is shocked that nothing's happening. The sins are being drawn out, and Spider-Goblin is like, they're at home. There's nothing to heal here. He boxes Kraven's ears and pulls the spear in tighter, and he clenches his claws around his face. And he was like, smile for me as I smash your skull. Just straight up menacing. As Spider-Goblin is on the verge of crushing Kraven's skull, he sees a blue web that says "whip," like "whip" instead of the regular "thrip," and he gets yanked off of Kraven by someone else, someone mysterious in the corner. He's like, who is this? And this person says, believe it or not, I know what you're going through. I can help. And as you can see, it's Chasm in his full form, ready to take on Spider-Goblin. And when they battle, only one of them will come out of this alive. And he's like, I'm trying to help you, but I'm not sure if I made up my mind yet if I really want to help. And as you can see, Kraven is laid down on the ground with one eye missing. So Spider-Goblin really got to him. And that's how this issue ends. So this is the end of issue number 51 of Amazing Spider-Man as Spider-Goblin. Now, I said in the beginning of this that this is not the first time we had a Spider-Goblin in the Marvel Universe. So for those of you who are fans of the old cartoon Ultimate Spider-Man, we had a different version of Spider-Goblin. I want you to check that one out. So this is the first time I ever heard of a Spider-Goblin. Go ahead and watch this clip real quick. That version comes from Norman Osborn from the Ultimate Spider Universe, traveling across the Spider-Verse itself and getting DNA from each of the different Spider-Man to become like an Ultimate Spider-Man, but end up becoming Spider-Goblin. This is the cover for issue number 42 of Spider-Goblin or Amazing Spider-Man. It looks dope. I love it. It's out now, so go ahead and pick that up. And if I made it make sense, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe to the channel to know when new content drops just like this. And until next time, peace. What's up? If you don't have it, you are truly missing. What's up? We are talking about Fiction Ink Flow. What's up? If you don't have it, you are truly missing. Fiction Ink Flow.